Home to the final part of grind session. This time we are doing the dream house. Some with dream house east wing, also west wing. The way this all works is that we have 4 areas, and these 4 areas are 4 coins each. We have to get all the coins, which are 8, because we have to get the other 4 in the other wing, in order to actually complete the dream house and unlock the final unlockable character. So right here is the music room, and to get this one we have to make some kind of difficult grinds to this coin. If I break any of these planks, it becomes impossible to actually get this coin. So that's just a lot of fun, isn't it? Then we have to go and grab the coin over here in this entrance room by just jumping for it and making a bit of a grind. There we go. Next up, we then have to go into the aqua room, which is interesting, to say the least. The coin is up on these little rails here, just all floating about. I guess they're just light sources, but it's kind of weird. And it's a nice little room, full of fish and such. Has a nice little big tank here that if I fall into, I will die and then be sent back to here with a dorsal grind. By the way, the coins come back if you die. They don't count, though. I'm just going to jump cut with me actually doing this, because it did take me a few attempts, and it is kind of annoying to deal with. Because you need to get some good position going and not fuck up your shit. And if you do fuck up, you have to take a long fucking time to get back over there. So, back over at the start. I now have to make this little jump here, grind that, and then grind this. And there we go. Now I can leave, which requires me to do this. Yeah, a bit of a long one. The last one, however, is the easiest one. Insultingly easy, in fact. It is the fountain. And to get this one, I just have to get on the fountain. No, seriously, that's it. It's right there. It's literally the easiest one. And now Dreamhouse East is open in all modes. So, what about the other fucking thing? The west one. Well, I'm going to do that right now, because all I have to do now is just quit this area and then go do west. And once we do west entirely, that's it. I will have completed the entire game, basically. And unlike everything else, I only have to do this once. So, one skater only, which is why I'm doing it with him. Okay, so, first of all, we have this little rail room here. Bit annoying to deal with. In order to get this coin over here, I have to make a lot of speed and then make a good jump for it, or grind the rail on the left side after climbing this fucking weird thing to grab that. It's obnoxious and annoying. It takes me a few attempts. I'm not a big fan of it. I was able to do it by doing this and making a jump for it. Next up is pretty much the most annoying of all of these challenges, this ramp room. In order to get this, I need to make a huge fucking jump up to the rail up there, grind it, and then get the coin, or just somehow land the coin. I need to keep time back and forth in order to get enough speed to get the height for it. And that's me a few attempts, and unfortunately, if you fuck up on being straight with this shit, you can miss the rail easily, or worse, you can lose all your speed, all your height, and it just becomes shit. But there you go, I managed it. But it's the most hardest, not because of getting the coin, but also getting out of this fucking area, because you have to then press up while jumping out of the highest ramp here in order to actually get out of this little area. It's an annoying fucking place, to be sure. That was the fucking room. That was the drop room, I'm guessing. Now it's time for the ballroom. And the ballroom is easy because it's right fucking there. The whole point of this, like, it's a fucking bowling area. And these are your bowling balls, which are just a bunch of polygonal fucking balls that didn't even try doing any kind of material shit on it or anything. Very lazy room. And the whole point of this is to make a jump and kick these balls into these goals, which does not do anything. But you can do it. It's basically just testing out physics And if you kick one, it shrinks and then you can't use it anymore. So there's that too. Yeah, see? I did it. And I'll do it again. And that'll do. Okay, so now it's time for the final room, which is this sun room, the ramp room it's called. And all I have to do here is come up here, make a jump here, grind this rail, and then grab the coin. And that's it. We've got all the coins, Buff Mouse is now open, and perhaps Sensei will skate with us now, which he will, because in a few seconds, there we go, we've unlocked our final character, Master Ao. A skater supreme, no secrets of wasabi, unlocks tricks of man. He has perfect stats, and yeah, he's the best character out of all of them. And that's it. That is literally all the characters. And in fact, it's now time to check out the bonus screen, check out all the shit we've unlocked, all the photos. Let's begin. Generic stair jump by Willy. Some nice little shots here of the PlayStation Vans thing. Nice little jump over there at the board. I like this little picture thing here. Sweet grind, bro. There's some more normal flips and shit. There's day one. Being day one.
Ass.
I like this little photo effect here, but it's not that special. Nice editing there, but again, not that special. A normal table grind there. Nice perspective, even though it's generic. This pose reminds me of something. I'd be concerned too if the Silent Hill 4 hands are right behind me. Great shot, I can barely see you doing anything. Okay, seriously, this is reminding me of Tony Hawk.
Ass.
Okay, seriously, how can you not see Tony Hawk from these pictures? Here's Ed warping reality. Generic grind. Okay, I don't think his body proportions should be like this, especially his hand. Showing off his trucker hat, which he barely uses in any of his photos. More grinds. At least we got a nice little beach picture here. I say, he's a really good tattoo artist if he can do that to his head. Hail Satan. The bowl, the most generic yet memorable spot of all of Burnside. Some more generic little pictures, nice editing, and a nice logo. And more pictures of Burnside, which is just bland as shit. Not the bees! Wow, nice job, John. Jesus Christ, I don't even know what's going on there. He did it. He finally got into the void. When in doubt, pinky out. Some more generic little tail slides.
Ass.
And now for some graffiti. Some nice little art. Concept art. Nothing too special, honestly. I mean, it is very nice art. The person who drew all this shit is pretty good. And, you know, I like it. It's just not that interesting compared to the photos. I will say that the concept designs are interesting. Would you trust this pool clean service? And that's it. That is all of the pictures. And that does it for the bonus screen. It's, neat. But yeah, we're not done yet, unfortunately. We have one more mode to go through. This mode actually gives us one more unlockable. It's not open skate, because that's just free skate. It's endurance. And I'll be going through endurance with all our unlocked skaters. Skater, Rex, who has some neat thing there. Hangman, who's alright. Stanley, who's got some decent skill there. Dave Carney, Demon, not that great, honestly. Stinger, meh. Gogolfa, eh. And Master Ao, who is perfect. He's just the most broken fucking skater of them all. I'll be playing as him last, but right now I'm doing Skater, and we'll go through the list one by one. Here's his deck, which is a whole bunch of fucking metal. And Endurance is just doing the moves that show up on the screen, and that's it. Practice does not matter at all I have to do is take care of all these ones here, for all the 8 levels we've already done, and that's it. So starting off, we're doing Brooklyn Banks, NYC. And yeah, it's just very generic, very basic shit. It does get harder as we continue on for these levels, but it's all pre-made, pre-built. It's not random at all. So just go through, do the tricks, and yeah, this is actually a very boring fucking mode. I mean, I don't mind. It's Endurance. Like, the whole point of it is to go through every single level doing the same fucking tricks and all that. We'll only have to do this once too, so that's some good news. And yeah, that's about it, honestly. That is NYC. Nothing I can really say about that. It's just kind of generic. Right, next up is Rex. This is his board, just a fucking code. We'll do an SF mission with him. Now, SF mission is extremely generic as well. Like I said, these 2 levels, there's not much to say about them. They're just sort of generic fucking levels. Not really noteworthy in any way, shape, or form. I mean, yeah, you got this train station area, but it's not that great, and it's not that special compared to all the other levels we've gone through after these 2. And, yeah, I mean, the only hard part here is the spins, which the way spins looks really off. Like, I don't know if I'm actually doing a 180 or a 360 a lot of the time, unless the game just outright tells me, and doesn't even make much sense to me in the way it looks. Well, there you go. Next up, we have the fucking stick figure, and we're doing Burnside. So yeah, are you ready to see a weird character? I mean, he did appear in Burnside in that picture, so this is his place. Anyway, now we have to do these tricks in a combo, and it almost is always 2 tricks. If it's not 2 tricks, it's free, and there's only one time where it's 4. Yeah, there's really no real good way to keep a combo going with grabs and shit in this one. And yeah, as you can see, it looks like I'm doing a 180 to me, but I'm apparently doing a 360, but it doesn't look like it at all. I did a 540 there. That did not look like a 540. That looked like a fucking 360 to me. I don't get how the spins work of this game. It's just weird. And now I have to do these manuals, which if I make one small bump with this, bail. It's terrible. The manual here is the worst manual I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. It's unusable. It's fucking worthless. And there you go. So that is Hangman's bullshit. And now it's time for the next character, Stanley. They have always been here. He'll be doing the Slam City Jam, because of course anybody who goes to Slam City Jam is clearly a fucking alien. Okay, now these ones are for some reason easier than Burnside's. That could be because Burnside is a pile of shit and isn't fun to skate in and it's just annoying. It could also be because the tricks they give you here are much more forgiving and easier. Because all they want you to do for the most part is do a flip trick, then the next one is the flip trick with a grind, which is really always 50-50. It's crap. It really is crap. It's... This whole mode really is shit. It's just sort of throwaway. There's not much to really speak about with this one. I will say that his bail sound effect is neat. It's just the same bail sound effect as always, but they pitched it up a bit. And yeah, hardest spin of them all, 540, which isn't even that hard, really. Done. And that's Stanley done. Now it's time for the next character. This character has a tree board thing. We're going to Atlanta. Are you ready to see this fucking guy? There's something weird about this character, honestly. Whenever you actually complete one of these, he farts. That's his thing. Whenever you complete something, he farts. You don't get this any other way. Oh, by the way, if you're doing a nollie, wait a bit, because otherwise you're doing a Madonna if you're going for the tail grab. I don't know why it acts like that, but for some reason there's some weird delay whenever you do a nollie or a boneless, and it just causes you to have to wait, otherwise you do a Madonna or whatever. It's fucked. Much like the manuals, which are still fucked, and the litrics, which are worthless, like always. And this one goes a bit haywire on the fucking grinds. So after you do this rail slide here, yeah, they want you to do two 50-50s, which is just basic bullshit that anybody can do. Unless for some reason you hit a wall and then you utterly bail even though you landed. Hey, look, a 180 hard flip. That's gonna be difficult. Done. Oh no, a hard flip and indie nose bone. Holy shit. Yeah, this is basic bullshit, and really it's just boring. In fact, the majority of these is extremely basic. That's Connie done. And here's our next skater with his, this is the demon. We're doing the Pleasurton Park, London. The problem of this is, all of this shit is actually fairly basic and easy, except for the last one, with the, Vans, contest. Because, for some reason, they decided to, put in some bullshit that you only have barely any time to do. And I mean, that's fine. And I don't mind it too much. It's difficult, it's challenging. That's what I want in an endurance. But you only get so few of that in the last one, while the rest of this is just basic. It just kind of tells me that this mode was just kind of throwaway, honestly. Because the main shit was the fucking shit we already did. All of that fucking crap with breaking some barrels or whatever, taking some lines, getting some score, doing all this shit in one run. It's not even, like, difficult in the slightest. And by the way, I know that people like Radrat find doing rail slides and no slides and shit in this game to be difficult. They're not. They're extremely fucking easy. Like, you have full control over your grinds. It's not that fucking difficult to do a K grind or feeble or fucking slide or whatever. Because, seriously, all you have to do is, for the most part, go up to a fucking rail at an angle, and you choose. You either hold left a bit and do a slide, or you hold right a bit and do 50-50. It's not that fucking difficult. Anyway, now we're in the honeycomb board for some reason. We're doing Detroit, which means that I believe we are doing the Created Skaters now, starting with this bitch. Now, this one is a little annoying, not by much. It's just because we get a lot of tricks. And yeah, everything still works. We can still activate everything and break everything if we wanted to. There's no point doing so. And there are no lines here, I checked. But, yeah. And yeah, this is it. The nollies and bonuses are worthless in this fucking game. I never bothered to use them unless the game tells me to. In fact, right here, I have to do a nollie into a grind, which requires me to do it pretty much from here. I cannot ride a ramp up to it, because I can't grind from a fucking ramp. I just can't. Not unless it's a grind right above me. which I could use these, but I'm not going to. There. Done. That was the hardest one of this one, which is still not that difficult. When we get to the last level, which we're going to very soon, trust me, it gets stupid. But yeah, this is basic. And there, done. That's Stinger. Now it's time for Golgotha, who has one of my favorite boards of the entire game. That is an awesome board. This is my favorite character now. Honestly. Right. So, what about Vans? Well, there are a total of about 5 of these that are difficult. I mean, these ones are a little bit difficult, but they're not the ones I'm talking about. Here we go. This is where it starts. Do the rocket here. You know, you got that shit going. Done. Then you got this FS 360 bullshit. The problem here is that the rocket has a delay. There's a big fucking delay, and it honestly fucks everything. But after I get through that, then I get some easy stuff. Then I get the boneless bullshit, which doesn't give you any extra height. I've checked. Nollies and bonuses do not give you extra height. And now I have to do it like this. This is the next hard one. A bonus to rail side to impossible. There. Done. And you do some manuals. And you do a fucking lip. Then you have to do this one, which is the 5-0 to a nose grind, which is really simple. Then a rail slide to 50-50, which is just that. Then you gotta do 3 50-50s, which is overkill. Really, just spam 50-50. It's that fucking bad. Then a nose slide, which is basic bullshit. Then a nose slide to heel flip, again basic. Then this one, which is a little tough. Then a hard flip to method, which isn't tough. Then a K grind to people grind, and the last one, which is the hardest one to deal with. Honestly, it is the most challenging one of all of these. So I guess I should have said 3, not 5, but whatever. So, what do you have to do in this last one then, after you do the K grind and people grind? A mute grab to a tail slide, a rail slide. Grab to rail slide. There is only one spot where I could pull this off relatively well, and it's right here. Every other spot, I either don't have enough height to do the grab for before getting to the rail, or I just, you know, fuck up and do 50-50 instead. While here, like, this ramp gives me enough time to do the mute, and then I can just angle myself for the rail slide like this. Done. And that's it. That is all of them. What, you don't believe me? You think I only did this one? Look. See? All ticks. And it also saves with the fucking data shit. Which, why the fuck couldn't the skaters be saved as well in the data? What the fuck were you thinking? Anyway, we got a special level for doing that. I'll be doing it as Master Ao, who has a nice little bamboo board, I guess. And this level, it's right here, just below. The Convoy. This is the last level. And you only get this from doing all of the endurance. And there's a nice little picture. So what is Convoy? It's very small. It's kind of neat. Kind of goofy. If you bail, however, like you go outside, you, well, obviously you die, because you're on the road. There you go. But, yeah, this is the entire fucking level. No real point to doing anything here. It's just, you know, you can skate here if you want. You have some fun here if you want. You can do this in multiplayer and such. Nothing real noteworthy, honestly. And that's the sad part. There's nothing noteworthy about Convoy. It's just sort of meh. It's got a neat effect to it, but it's obviously just the road that we've driven on before on the way to the fucking house. And yeah, it's just kind of boring. Not much to do. It does look neat with the whole movement bullshit, but otherwise, once it gets that ramp, that's about it. So yeah, there's not much to this. It's just you can skate here if you want. And that's it. That's Convoy. And now that is the entire game. What can I show you now? All we have left is multiplayer because they didn't put a credits in this game. Yeah. The motherfuckers, Shaba Games, did not put a credit screen into their game. And here's my high scores, by the way. As you can see, I did indeed get all 100,000 points. There you go. I'm pretty sure during my redoing of those 3 levels, I got better scores, but whatever. That's it. That is grind session. So what now? Well, there's the multiplayer, which I can show you. There's team plays, so 2 vs 2 or 1v1 or whatever with versus, which you can have up to 4 players with. Well, 6 players actually, but why would you? And here you can choose any skater you want, including Master Ayo, the most broken fucking skater of the entire game. I can have him verse day 1 song if I wanted to, but this one is just a competition thing. All you have to do is just get the points in a numerous amount of rounds. Seriously, you can choose how many rounds you want. You can have 10 rounds, which basically means almost every level. And yeah, we have 90 seconds to tap the level and basically get the most amount of points. That's it. It's just a point scoring fucking thing. And you have 90 seconds, which you can get more time with by doing the lines. And by the way, that's the sound effect completing something. And yeah, that's it. It's your generic fucking high score thing. It's just meh. Tech challenge is also meh. But then there's Skate, which we all know Skate. It's nothing new. For some reason, I decided to make his thing go down one on the street here. I don't know why. Everywhere else, it's always 100%. But yeah, it's a version of Simon Says, and it is called Skate here. And yeah, I usually call it Horse, but it is called Skate. And yeah, it's just Skate. You know, you do a trick, and then you land it. The other person has to do the same trick. If they don't do it, well, they don't get the same points or better points. If that's the kind of thing, you get the fucking letter. Anyway, we have one combo. One trick to go for this one. This is the tech challenge. This is all based on score. And yeah, this is how it works. And it's just crap. And that's it. The multiplayer is just unremarkable and just forgettable, honestly. But that's grind session. It sucks. I did not have any fun with it. This game was really not enjoyable for me. I don't get why people like this game. If you played this back then as a kid, you might have some nostalgia for it, but otherwise, it really is not a good game. Fucking Thrasher and Pro Skater 1, which came out before this, it did shit much better than this fucking game did. But I will accept this as a starting stone for Shaba Games, who would later just do ports for the Pro Skater shit, and they would do those fucking ports so much better than they did this fucking game. But that's it. Next time, I will do a good fucking skating game. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in a new Let's Play for a better fucking game.